All right, are you guys ready for things to get strange? You see what I did there, right? Yeah, okay. I'll show myself out. Jokes aside, though, let's get into Stranger Things Season 5 predictions for me. I will need to do this soon because it comes out in a few weeks, and I don't want people accusing me of knowing spoilers and making this video later. So we're doing it right now, well before anything leaks, because Lord knows. All right, so I'm going to rapid fire these. Some of these I might explain a little bit, though. All right, I'm going to start with Max is going to survive the series, but I think she'll be blind permanently. We know from the end of season 4, if you haven't seen this, I don't know why you're still watching at this point, but we know from the end of season 4 that Max was blind. As a result, when she said she can't see anything, I don't see how you come back from that. So I think Max will pull through, but I think she'll be blind for the rest of her life. I can't see any reason how it doesn't turn out that way. Let's get into one that I know you guys love hearing about. I've been saying this for a while in comments and stuff. I think Steve is going to die. I think it'll be a heroic send-off death, but I think Steve is not going to survive this season. Sorry. I think Jonathan is going to quit smoking weed. No, actually, I think he's going to smoke far more weed after this series is over, if he survives. Um, I want to talk about this one now, because I know this is a point of controversy, but I think Callie is going to return. You guys remember Callie, right? This is Callie. She is played by this woman who I'm going to post on the screen in a second. Oh, yeah, yeah, Kelly. We need to bring her back. Please bring back this actress who I don't even didn't even know her name 30 seconds ago. Put her back in the show, please. Oh wow. Okay. 11 survived. So I do think 11 will survive this season in this show, but I do believe they will also fake her death because at this point the government's looking for her. Word is starting to get out about the situation at Hawkins. I don't see how this doesn't end with either her dead or her death being faked forever. I do think she'll find some measure of peace, hopefully, but I think 11, as people know her officially, will be dead. Maybe she'll go back to being called Jane. I don't know. I think Hawkins is going to be completely destroyed. And kind of like 11, I don't see how Hawkins goes on after this series. Like too much would be focused on Hawkins forever. I think Hawkins is going to be destroyed. Um, I think the Upside Down will counteractively not be destroyed, but there will never be any way to access it again. And this could go back to if 11 survives or not. Um, so I feel bad about saying this because I actually like this character and I actually like the actor because I remember him way back in the Daredevil, the Netflix shows on as Turk, and he was this petty criminal, but he was kind of funny, and he was one of the most. He was in every single Netflix Defenders era show, I think, actually, except maybe Defenders itself. But he was like a common link between all the shows, and he was always doing this petty crime. Like he gets beat up by Daredevil so often, he just sees him and he's like, "Oh, I'll be out in 30 days, man." But so I like I like the actor. Of course, I would get a phone call. I like the actor, but I don't think Sheriff Powell is going to survive this show because he doesn't really know what's going on to begin with. And if Hopper ends up becoming sheriff again, they kind of have to have a way for that. But it could also go the other way where Hopper could die or could just leave, and Powell could start like a new era for Hawkins, assuming that it's not completely destroyed, like I said earlier. So we'll see how that goes. But I just feel like Powell will probably be one of the casualties because he's just relevant enough to make it hurt, but he's not so important that he's irreplaceable. That's the one you got to watch out for. I think we're going to finally find out why Vecna has powers. We've never gotten a confirmation on this. I think the TV show, not TV show, the Broadway show kind of has some implications, but it's a little unclear how canon that even is. So for now, we don't have a definitive answer. So I want to know why Vecna has powers. We know why 11 and the others do, but we don't know why Vecna Henry Creel had powers as a child. That's never been explained officially yet. I think Dr. Owens is going to die as well. He's the last lab guy basically remaining, and I just, he's not going to survive this season. I don't see it. He's going to be one of the last loose ends that they're going to tie up. And speaking of loose ends, the colonel from last season, whose name I didn't even remember, I had to look him up. He is absolutely going to die. He is borderline villain himself. I mean, that dude, he's going to do some crazy dark stuff. I will say, I don't think he's pure on evil. He's dealing with a really bad situation. Like he knows there's something supernatural going on, and he knows he has a responsibility to handle the situation. So I don't think he's evil, but I think he's a man who will do evil things in the name of stopping something really bad, which is also terrible. But I don't think he's an outright villain in the traditional sense. I just think he knows something awful is going on, and he's going to do what he can to stop it, whatever the cost. That's bad, but I don't think he's evil for evil's sake like Vecna is. And that pretty much wraps up my predictions. So to shoot through these again real fast. Sorry. Okay, I think Steve and also I think Callie will. I want to expand on Callie a little bit. I think Callie returns, but she dies fighting Vecna, probably to save 11. I meant to say that earlier. So I think Callie and Steve are going to die. I think Sheriff Powell and the Colonel from the military are also going to die, and Dr. Owens. Hopper, I'm 50-50 on. I could see it going either way. We've kind of already gotten a Hopper died to save 11 thing before, so I don't think they're going to go that route twice. But we'll see. Hopper's a hard one for me to decide on. But I believe Steve, Callie, the Colonel, Sheriff Powell, and Dr. Owens are all definitely cooked. I can say for certainty, I think the Colonel, Dr. Owens, and Callie, if she returns, are definitely cooked. I can go either way on Steve with that one. But the Colonel, the Doctor, and Callie, if she returns, and probably Sheriff Powell, I think they're all goners. Definitely the Colonel and the Lieutenant are top of my list. But anyway, what's you guys' predictions for Stranger Things Season 5? And my condolences for Steve when he dies. I'm so sorry.